let's get to the unboxing. Mount up, single monitor desk mount. After the intro. All right, YouTube, let's get her done. This, my friends, is a mount up single monitor mount. Now, handy dandy scissors, that's gonna allow me to cut the box. I do want to get something like Flossie Carter has. He definitely has a nice, really nice knife to do his unboxing. So hopefully in the future, you know, I will have something super nice, but until then, got your standard handy dandy scissors. So back to the unboxing. So with that being said, I actually got this in the mail today. And based on the specification, let's just kind of go through that. Again, this is the mount up single monitor desk mount. It holds up to 17.6 pounds. So you want to make sure that whatever monitor screen that you do get, put that out the way just for safety. Whatever monitor you do get, you want to make sure that it is 7.6 pounds at max or under. I would say probably, you know, under would be better, you know. And it also says that this TV, this mount rather, holds a 13 to 27 inch screen. What I will say is I actually have a LG 29 inch ultra wide coming, and it's a little bit bigger than 27 inches, right? But the weight capacity of that monitor is only 10 pounds. So with saying that, I've kind of done some reviews, and I'm hoping that, you know, based on the reviews that I've done, everyone else has essentially had up to a 32 inch. So I'm hoping that this mount will work. Now going over to some different, some more specifications on it. So it's able to turn at a 90-degree angle on a swivel, 90-degree angle on a tilt, and then it rotates 360 degrees. So with that being said, you're gonna have a lot of range of motion when it comes to this mount. Enough for the talking, man. Let's get to the unboxing. All right, let's get it done. See if we can do this flawlessly. That's why you kind of need a really nice sharp cutter would be great, but we're gonna use what we have right now. All right, cut that out, cut that out. All right, so let's take a look at this thing. Uh-oh, nice so far, nice so far. As my man Flossie Carter would say, usual books and shit, foul 'em. All right, now let's get this out. Okay, so I'm gonna set this to the side. Looks like that's the pole. Yep, that looks like that's the stand pole, so that's gonna be the height there. Okay, we'll set that to the side. Clock it and foul it. Set it to the side, and then let's continue to go on. Okay. Oh, wow. So this seems to be the C-clamp. Oh, this is the C-clamp. That's actually interesting. Okay. That's actually heavy duty, a good piece of metal there. Okay. All right. And ladies and gents, to be quite honest with you, it only cost me 24 bucks for this. I mean, obviously there was a, you know, for the tax and all that good stuff, but yeah, clock it and foul it. C-clamp there. Let's proceed on in this box. Let's see what we have. Okay, so these are kind of like your universal. I don't know if you've ever bought like a universal wall mount for your TVs and stuff like that. You get a bunch of universal screws depending on your, see if I can get that to focus a bit. All right, so depending on your TV, it will use different screws. So with that being said, we have a bunch of screws. Make sure I can get that up there. All right, clock it and foul it over to the side. All right, this looks like some materials that, oh, okay. So what this is, let's kind of see if you can kind of see that. All right, so what this is when it's time to once you hook up the pole and everything, these are the clamps, is some cable management and things like that. So good deal. Clock it and file it. Okay, so this is kind of one of the important things. This is actually the mount plate. So this will actually go on, excuse me, see if I can get that in the shot. This will actually go on your the back of your TV. And then it has a hold here, so once you clamp this on, let me get back down here. Once you clamp this on, all right, so once you clamp this on, you will be able to use this hole here, and then it'll latch on. So I'm gonna set that to the side, clock it and file it. We're gonna continue on in the box. All right, so this here are the different screws that you would use to lock your mount in place and things of that effect. So with that being said, we're gonna clock it and file it and keep it moving. All right, continue to go through this process. Okay, so this is a different mount, a mounting piece. I'm actually not going to use this one here. I'm not actually going to use this one here because this would require that I drill a hole in my desk. And unfortunately, I mean, the desk that I have, it's super sweet. It was definitely efficient and affordable. But with that being said, I think it's like probably plywood or something like that. So we're saying that it's not super sturdy. So I'm not really interested in, let's say, clamping this to my desk. So won't actually use this. But thank you for putting it in the box. Just in case I do decide to use it. Maybe one day I will actually get a better desk that's 100% wood, and that may be a possibility. So I'll definitely keep it. But until then, I'm going to take this box here. Let's just make sure there's nothing else in the box here. Nothing, so we're gonna clock it and file it. All right, so that being said, let me find my scissors. There we go. All right, so with the scissors, let's cut this up. Make sure you're being safe, you know. Make sure you are being safe when you're attempting to do anything like this. Like I will, the next unboxing that I do, I'm gonna have a super nice cutting tool so that we can get through this seamlessly with no issues. So, all right, let's see what this is. I imagine it's the pole. All right, let's see if we can zoom in just a bit. All right, so there we go. All right, so hopefully you guys can see that. And this is the actual mount. This is super nice, guys. This is super, super nice. Super heavy duty. So let me lock it out. Let me, oh, we got a little bit of branding here. Mount up. That's the branding. And I've got to be honest with you guys. This is super, super sturdy. Like 100%. Like I am honestly surprised. You know, I mean, you know how it is when you order stuff online. You do see certain things that you're not really sure. And if I'm being 100% honest, I was not sure about this. So with that being said, man, this is super, super sturdy. Okay, so again, this is a mount up plate. Mount up, there we go. Lock it and file it. This is gonna be your pole. It's gonna stand on your disc like that, like per se, like that. And then this is where you'll be able to use your mount. Okay, so let's talk about it. Get all of the different things out here. We do have this. Remember, I'm not gonna use that, so I'm not even gonna include this in the shot. We do have our tools there, so let's get everything in the shot and let's talk about it. So this is your control arm in a sense, right? This is going to go onto the pole, and this will be your control arm to give you kind of different angles, and you'll be able to turn it, all that good stuff, right? So with saying that, that's the motion arm. Then you have your stable arm, your stable pole that's going to stay there and make sure your desk is appropriately placed and tightened down. And then this here is going to be your C-clamp. This is what's going to go under your desk, And then you're gonna be able to tighten it down with this. And I gotta tell you guys, like, I keep saying it because I am super, super surprised that this is super sturdy. Like, I wasn't expecting this for 20 bucks, for 24 bucks, man. And I'm just being 100% honest with you. But I am super excited to actually get this on and kind of go through the process. So, with that being said, this is the C-clamp. This is going to be your backing plate. And this is going to, remember we talked about it, this is actually going to connect with this. It's going to come on the back of here and connect. It's going to come on the back of here and kind of slide down. Let me see if I can come up for you guys. All right, so this is your control arm, and it's going to come down here and slide onto the back of that. And then I'm going to have a screw that sits in here. And with that, I'll be able to screw it down. And then this is going to be my full control arm here. You see the range of motion, all that good stuff. So with saying that, let's see what we can do. Oh, here, I think this here is where I will actually be able to, see if I can get that in the shot. I'll be able to unloosen this, and then this will be able to move. All right. I am super excited, guys. Okay, so with that being said, let's kind of put this together, if we will. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so now that we have that, the first thing we want to do is take this and screw this down. Okay. Yeah, this can definitely drill itself down tremendously, man. This can definitely drill itself down. I am trying to drill it down because what I'm going to do is there are a few holes here. I am going to hook this up. If you can see it, there's 3 holes in here. I'm not sure if it's actually, if you can see it, but there's 3 holes in here. 1, 2, 3. And then that's going to line up with these 3 holes here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. There's 3 holes in that. I think you can see the white shining through. And then it's going to go like that. And once it goes like that, then this is going to sit on your desk. Okay? All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, so let's get to work by putting these holes in here. Well, I'm going to screw this down some more because I want to make sure that I have enough room to do my work. Oh, also, guys, this is super, super important. So if you have a nice desk, obviously mine is super, it's cheap, but it's super, super nice as far as the grainy texture. So I definitely don't want to mess that up. And with saying that, you know, because my desk is a little bit cheaper, this has like this cushion on it, which is super, super nice. It has cushion on it here and cushion on the inside of this clamp here. So when you connect it to the desk, it won't actually scratch your desk. All right, so we are almost done with that, guys. I keep pushing it back, not thinking about it, but yeah, we're almost done with that. And now let's see if we can, let's see what we can do here. All right, so I'm gonna push these through. And they actually give you the tool. They give you the tool here, like a little Allen wrench to stick in here, and then you'll be able to just kind of twist it and get this back on. And we're screwing it down. We'll be able to kind of take a look at it and see how tight it is and all that good stuff. But again, like I said, this is super, super sturdy, and I am feeling alright, this is starting to, can I get this? You gotta tighten it down, but the holes in here aren't, you know, they're not 100%. Alright. So you just want to make sure you get all the way in here and tighten it all the way down so that, you know, when you start to, get this right here, when you start to put your monitors and all that good stuff on here, You definitely don't want any mishaps. So with that being said, let me make sure this is super, super tight. There's no issues. All right, so with that being said, this is the mount itself with the Vesa mount. This is super sturdy. It's not like moving anywhere. Let me start to crank this up a little bit, and then I'll give you an example of how this actually works. Crank that up right there. And again, guys, I am super, super excited. I keep saying it, but I'm just so happy about this mount. Like, honestly, I did not expect that to be that way, guys. I did not expect it to sit up like this, but I'm glad that it did. So, with that being said, let's see if we can't bring this over here. Oh, shit. All right. And then, ladies and gents, the only thing we need to do is bring this Vesa mount and let this spin freely. And once it gets up to this, there we go. And that, my friends, is how this mount will look. Let me see if I can pan over just a tad for you. 1 second. There you go, my friends. And this is how it looks. It's super sturdy. And then what would happen is you would just put this on here, and then there you have it, your control arm. Bring this down. You have your control arm. You can put your monitor on this all the way up. The max height is about right here, and you could put it on there. So this is super, super sweet, guys. Super, super sweet. Oh, well, let me put it on the right way. So this is super, super sweet. And then it did come with another Allen wrench, and then this is to make sure that this is tight, okay? Also, I did not take a look at that, but give me 1 second. Before I put that on, remember, we had some cable management. Yep, we had some cable management, okay? So, with saying that, I'm gonna pop this cable management on there. And then I can push that down, put that on the back, get some cable management. And then also, if I do this, it gives you a nice little handy dandy slot to put your tools. So it's super important that you do not lose this, okay? You don't lose the tools or that, so it gives you like a handy dandy slot where you could get some cable management here, right there, and then you're good to go, okay? Also, we have some cable management. I'm gonna put this like this per se right here. Okay. Oh, okay. So, with that being said, in order to, because if I notice right now, it's like a little bit of flex in this thing, and that's because this has not been tightened down. So, once I tighten this down, there will be no flex. There we go. See, there's no flex in this bar. All right, so now this is your Vesa mount. Once you do that, let me see if I can bring this back over just a tad. There we go. Once we do that, then you're going to be able to slide this down, put your monitor on here, and then you're going to be able to just slide that down. And then there's another little screw deal to fasten it. You're gonna put that in there, and then this is what's gonna keep your stuff tight. This is gonna keep your stuff tight. Now also cable management, here we go. So here's another clamp. Let me see if I can, oh, sorry. There we go. So you can select it like here, like per se. If you want the cords to come via the top and then go through here, you can select it through there, or you can push it down and it can go through the bottom. So whatever your preference is, but it does give you a couple clamps for cable management. There's literally no flex. This does not feel weak at all. And this is super, super nice, guys. So again, I appreciate everyone. And then this is, before we go, this is actually the universal screws. Here's some spacers just in case your mount needs, your TV needs spacer because the screws are too long. Because you definitely want to be these are spacers. But you definitely want to be super, super careful as it relates to screwing these into your mount. Your TV, because if you get one that's too long for it, you could potentially damage the monitor. So you definitely want to be sure that you have it, and if you need it, please use spacers. I would recommend potentially using the spacers if you can, just to give some extra support. But also you have some washers as well. So that's it for me. As always, you be safe out there. Peace.